Hey, it's Melanie. Welcome back to Lonesome Acre Homestead. It has been quite a while since I have posted, and I will get into the reasons for that. Everything has been fine. Everything is fine. As most of you know, I'm pretty sure I'd made a video that both of our kids were starting school. One going to first grade, and the other one was officially in pre-K. So I was home by myself, and well, I mean, that's fine. Like, I don't mind being at home by myself, but I was really looking into something that I could be on their schedule, have a little bit of extra money for, whatever comes across in life. As you know, we are planning on moving to the 30 acres that we have in the same town, but or the same county, but moving, especially in this economy, is not going to be financially easy. So what we wanted to do was, I would still work, but I wouldn't have childcare. So that means I needed something on my kid's schedule. With that being said, I started substitute teaching with a school which was originally supposed to be PRN, so just whenever they needed me. But as I enjoyed it, they needed more help. I ended up becoming a full-time paraprofessional, and I've really enjoyed that. And I've been there full-time for probably close to a month now, which has been great. But in the meantime, since August, I just haven't been posting a whole lot, or at all, really. Let's just be truthful about that. And it's just because I've been trying to get used to a new schedule. Our kids were in football, schoolwork, just life in general. But I'm hoping now that, I can get back to posting. We have, been doing some things. We have officially separate our front and backyard, and with that being said, that gives our animals free reign in the back. So they probably have 3/4 of an acre where the chickens roam, and the goats that we have are just roaming. And we have a hay bale delivery that they come and they deliver our hay bale, which is really, really nice. We still have our rabbits. We do have two feeder pigs. One we're going to end up breeding with our boar. We still have our bunnies. I still haven't been successful with bunnies. We have them. They are in a colony now, so they have their own kennel where they're just all together, and I get to move them on fresh grass, which is really, really nice. But for the most part, I just haven't been videoing what we've been doing in our daily lives, and I really need to get better about that. The one person that I know for sure did reach out was Nana the canner, because she was like, where are you? Everything's well, and everything is well. We're just kids in life. We were impacted by Hurricane Helene. I will do a video of that eventually. Here on our current homestead, we had some minor damage to our home and to some of our animal shelters, but nothing horrific. What was horrific was to the land that we will be moving to eventually. And I couldn't tell you how many trees are down. And not only are there down trees, if you look up, there's a lot of widowmakers, and it's going to be quite an effort on the whole family's part for us to get that corrected. And hopefully we can do that sooner than later, especially with it having cooler weather now. It would be a good time to kind of pile some of that stuff up and get it burnt. Across the street from our home, which was just totally raw land, we're pretty much surrounded by raw land all around us. When we got up that morning, we didn't have any power, and the trees were just all leaned down, and they have been logging across the street just to kind of, I guess, get what they could off of that property, because there were so many down trees that it was quite horrific and devastating for everybody. As far as us though, we did have a hard time actually being able to leave our property, because if we were to take a left out of our home, we were barricaded in. We were barricaded in taking a right out of our home. And luckily, my husband, neighbors, just people, our community really came together, and everybody was out with tractors or side-by-sides, chainsaws, everything that they could, just to have everybody the ability to get out if they needed to. We have had some friends that had total losses of their homes and their homesteads, and that was devastating for them. There's a lot of lives that have been changed because of Hurricane Helene. And I now have 2 additional goats here with us. A friend of ours that lost their farm, they lost their home, not just animal shelters, but they lost their well house, which was their ability to give their animals water, since they had, I think, about 4 or 5 pine trees just totally down in their house. They lost their home. And another friend of mine, we have gone out there and tried to get as many animals off that property. Her chickens, her goats, all of her animals are safe now. I think within the first week, they were really grateful because of how many people were able to come out there and take those animals to ensure that they use. Okay, just to know that they were safe. Little pack that we have, so everybody's safe, everybody's happy. I have been trying to pick up some sticks today that were still left over from Helene, and nothing's been, like I said, nothing was crazy here. It's the property that we're eventually going to be moving to, and then there's significant damage all over the states. I know Georgia, where we are, we were not supposed to be in a direct path, but we ended up being in a direct path. And then South Carolina, and of course North Carolina. There's so many places that have so many stories, and there's a lot of lives lost, a lot of farms lost, animals misplaced and displaced, and it's been hard. And we were without power for 16 days, but we had a home, and I think that was very significant for us, to look back and say, what, a lot of this can be replaced and has been replaced. And my heart really goes out to those that lost so much and lost others, not just their things, but there's people that lost people, and that's really hard. But for us, I'm going to try to get back into the rhythm of posting at least maybe once a week or something like that. But we are doing good. We are here. We are still homesteading. Just been lifing it, enjoying life with these kids, our family, my husband, all of our animals, and still doing lots of different projects that I haven't recorded, and maybe I can get back into the swing of those things. Y'all have a wonderful day. Happy homesteading.